Um, so out of position here. If we were deeper, maybe 60 big blinds deep, I might take a flop here. I can't really see myself four bet folding here because the stacks just I don't think they're right for it. What you could make it like 1900 and then fold to his shove, or you could make it 1900 and if he calls, you're in trouble as well because you're out of position. Um, and you know, I just don't think this is a very good spot here to continue this hand, considering the positions that we're in. So I just select to fold and move on. Ace 4 offsuit in the big blind. I just fold here, won't defend this raggy hand. 230 big blind open. Jack 5. Select to fold. Pocket aces, always nice to get. And lo and behold, it's our nemesis who has been 3-betting the crap out of us so far. Who decides to 3x from under the gun +2. She's got a lot of chips behind her now. She starts with 16k. Um, yeah, and I go ahead and 3-bet here just because of the dynamic we've got together now. You know, she's been raising me. I've 4-bet bluffed her. Um, so I decide to click it back on her. We got 40 big blinds to start the hand. I think that's fine. You could just make it a little bit more if you want, like 12.55 or something. I think that's okay as well. Again, some people I might flat hit on the button, but again, as I said, with the dynamic I've got with her, I like the 3-bet for sure. Because I've been, you know, I've shown that I can do it with nothing. She calls out of position. Pretty safe flop for us. 8-3-3, two hearts. Not worried about a thing here. I like checking back here because um, over betting because you know, as I said, we're not scared of anything. We want her to catch up. We can't just automatically just put on a flush draw and be like, okay, we have to better protect our hand here. You know, she could easily just have any other cards, king, queen, Jack 10, just hands like that really. Doesn't necessarily have to be a flush draw. So I definitely don't mind just giving a you know, a free turn card here. Nine of spades is okay. You know, nothing. We're still losing to nothing really, unless she somehow flop quads. But obviously, we're not thinking on that level. She checks again. I don't think we can't check back again here. So yeah, I bet pretty small. It's about 1/3 of the pot. Just trying to induce her to either raise me or think I'm full of it, or maybe just come along for the ride. With some sort of hand, 6-7, Jack 10 maybe. But yeah, she does go ahead and fold, which is unfortunate for us. But we still take the pot down. And now we are just shy of 50 bigs, which is great. We're in a good chip position here. Chipped up nicely from where we were earlier. Things are starting to really go away now, so hopefully we can carry on. Folds again to us here with king 4 off. Pretty raggy hand. Um, Again, these are spots I like to open. I like to get aggressive now in these situations. We've got two people here pretty deep behind us, you know, who can conceivably 3-bet us, but we can reassess if they do that. You know, remember this guy is the one that did it with 7-8 suited in a late position spot like this, so definitely a potential spot to 4-bet. And if this guy did it, we'd have to reassess as well. And this guy is on just over 14 bigs. So, you know, it's another raise fold spot against him. We don't have to call off here with king 4 if we do raise. So I think it's a good spot to open. And I do. And we get shoved on because that's what's been happening this whole tournament. Um, some people might disagree that this is not a very good spot to open just because, you know, this guy does have a shove stack. But I just think you've got to keep the pressure up here. He really has to pick up at some sort of, you know, hand to shove into us here. You can't. I don't think he's shoving hands like 10-9, Jack 10 and stuff like that. Maybe Jack 10. I could be wrong. But you know, if he's got a hand like King Queen Ace 10, you know, he's obviously stuffing it down my throat. So you know, we just move on. Simple as. Um, Again, could conceivably raise here. Again, pretty trashy hand, but just because you know we got shoved on the hand before, it's unlikely they might play back at us again. It's a good spot to raise, but I decided to take one off, and good we didn't actually, because it looks like this guy decided to shove it in there again. This time he gets called, so you can see. I mean, that's not that lie. I mean, considering it was just a cut off open, you know, ace nine's a pretty standard shove there. So this guy knows his shove ranges. This guy calls off pretty light in my opinion. I mean, this guy has been shoving a lot, but King Jack, it's pretty close, but I might even fold there with King Jack suited. I'm not sure, but because you know it's getting up to that point where this guy's got 20 big, so it's quite a decent chunk of this guy's stack. So I might even fold, but he does get there because he's running really well, and this guy has now been eliminated. Okay, so I decide to open Queen 6 off here, you know, taking off a couple of hands. Reasons for raising here. This guy, Luigi, is new to our table. Just want to test him out a little bit. We look quite strong from under the gun +1. It's not really under the gun +1 considering we're in the hijack. But you know, it's fairly early position in 6 max here. This guy, I don't expect him to play back at us because he just won a you know, a decent sized pot. So I expect he'll probably take one off. Rosie has a propensity to 3-bet. I don't think she'd do it as much out of the small blind as she would like maybe on the button or in position versus me, which she's done so far. And actually, if you've noticed, she hasn't 3-bet at all since the time she did. So I'm thinking she probably did have hands that time, or both those times. And if our kit was to do anything, I'd probably just go ahead and give up the pot. But we do take the pot down there, which is nice. 4-10 offsuit, we fold. 8-9 off, fold again probably. Jack 5 suited. Folds to the button, who's got 24 big blinds. Decides to open it up. Oh, okay, wow. Yeah, the reason I do this is, you know, obviously the button range is quite wide. I'm just taking a 3-bet fold spot here. It's, you know, I've got a trashy hand. I'm just basically playing the person's stack here. Melina 713 is either shoving or folding. If he or she is a bad player, then probably will get flatted here. But you know, it's just a spot I decided to take. Obviously not 3-betting here for value or anything like that. Just trying to take the pot down, thinking that the button is abusing a little bit, and just putting pressure on the person, and they do fold. So take down some extra chips there. 9-7 suited. Button decides to raise. Could again conceivably 3-bet here with 9-7 suited. I don't really like flatting. We've got about 40 bigs. Not a massive fan of flatting here. 3-betting does look strong again because I've just did it the hand before. You know, we're staying aggressive. We do this. But you know, you don't have to take every single spot that you are presented. You know, you just got to go with a bit of game flow and table dynamics. I haven't actually played a hand yet with stand-up flush yet, so probably is a good spot to do it, but just give up there. 8-5 suited here. I'll be surprised if I don't open. I do. I was just gonna say I'd be surprised if this person didn't 3-bet, and they do. This is the third time I've been 3-bet by this guy now. It's starting to get a bit frustrating, and I remember at the time I was like, this guy can't obviously have it every single time, and he didn't the first time. You could make it like 2700 here and fold to the shove. Take a 4-bet fold spot. I like to take the more conservative route, but I'm definitely marking this guy as being very aggressive. And if a better spot does present itself, I will be 3-betting, 4-betting this person light. It's annoying that they've got position on me because they do seem like a capable player. The more capable players, you want them on your right hand side because they can't do this sort of stuff to you. So yeah, just got to make a note of him again and just make sure that you adjust to his style of play. Maybe open less when he's on the left. Because in that hand previous there, he definitely does not have to have a hand here because I'm deep. I'm on 40 bigs. He's deep himself, about 55 bigs, 56, and then the big blind is just, super deep at this point. So so it's a very good spot for him to 3-bet light here. It's actually probably a good spot for Ravken to 4-bet light and make it like 2700. Because to me that would obviously look very strong, and I can't really 5-bet shove with 8 high here. I could do, but it'd be very sick. Kind of readless on this guy here, but anyway, yeah, we do like to fold there, so fold the 7-8 to this raise, 20 big blind open. 4-7, I'll go ahead and fold. Again, don't have to take every open spot, but just got to keep active, keep your image up, because when you get a big hand, then obviously you want to get paid. 7-9 suited, would have opened here, but under the gun, shorty, under 20 or just over 20 bigs opens. Easy fold for us. 5-8's a fold. Ace-4 offsuit, yeah, folding's fine there. 6 deuce, probably folding. Yeah, considering this action for sure. Ace jack. So this looks like a bit of a spot here. So we get Luigi Corleone, who came to the table with about 40 bigs. Haven't really played a hand against him. Haven't really seen him do much yet. He's on 24 bigs. He opens here in late position. I think this is quite an easy 3-bet call spot versus a late position opener. Of course, sometimes you can run into ace king, ace queen, or just be flipping. But I think it's a good spot to do it here. We're not 3-bet folding with ace jack here. Oh yeah, I remember this. Wow. So this guy decides to flat our 3-bet, which is really, really weird. I mean, considering the way this guy's been playing, he's been 3-betting me like 3 times so far that we've been playing with him. So it's really weird that he's done this. I mean, hands that he's probably doing it with, thinking he's not an idiot, is hands like pocket 10s, pocket 9s maybe. It's, hand he just wants to see the flop with. Maybe even a hand as strong as pocket aces, and maybe he's just or kings, and he's just trying to trap us here. That's definitely a possibility for sure. But now that that's happened, I don't like the position that we're in. This guy behind is also flatted. So any bet I make now, I'd be committed pretty much to Luigi. And with this guy flatting behind me, it's just a bit of an icky spot. And I guess I'm probably just shutting down here. I mean, on a 3-7-7 board, I could definitely bet. but just the way this hand's played so far, I don't like it at all.